Your dog is staring at you right now, not barking, not moving, just staring, and you have no idea why. Most people assume their dog wants food, or maybe they need to go outside. But what if I told you that a sudden, intense stare from your dog is actually one of the most loaded forms of communication they have? And depending on the context, it can mean something completely different each time. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 7 real reasons your dog stares at you. And by the end, you'll never look at that gaze the same way again. Dogs can't speak our language, but they are constantly communicating. Through body language, through movement, through sound. And the stare? That's one of their most powerful tools. The problem is, we were never really taught how to read it. So we guess. And most of the time, we guess wrong. Let's fix that. Here are the 7 real reasons your dog stares at you, and what each one is actually asking for. Number 1. They love you. And this is how dogs say it. Let's start with the one that will make you smile. When your dog stares at you calmly, soft eyes, relaxed body, no tension. They're not waiting for anything. They're just looking at the person they love most in the world. Science actually backs this up. A study published in the journal Science found that when dogs and their owners make prolonged eye contact, both experience a surge in oxytocin, the same bonding hormone released between a mother and her newborn baby. Your dog is literally getting a hit of love hormones just by looking at you. So if your dog catches your eye across the room and holds it, with a relaxed face and maybe a slow tail wag, they're not being weird. They're being affectionate. The right response? Hold that gaze back. Talk to them softly. Let them know you see them too. Number 2. They're asking you for something and waiting for you to figure it out. This one is much more common. And honestly, much easier to read once you know what to look for. Dogs learn very quickly that staring at you gets results. You fed them. You opened the door. You grabbed the leash. So when they want something, they do the thing that works. They stare at you until you figure it out. The difference from the love stare is in the energy. This stare has urgency. The dog may shift their weight, glance toward the door, look at their bowl, or let out a soft whine. Their body is giving you clues. The stare is just the headline. Pay attention to what happens right before the stare. Did you just finish eating? Did you put on shoes? Is it close to their walk time? Your dog isn't being demanding. They're doing the best they can to communicate within the limits of not having a voice. Number 3. They're reading your emotions more carefully than you realize. Dogs are extraordinary emotional readers. Research from the University of Lincoln showed that dogs can recognize human emotions from facial expressions alone. And they actively seek out that information by staring at your face. So when you're stressed, sad, or upset, and your dog is sitting across the room, quietly watching you, they're not being distant. They're studying you, trying to understand what you're feeling, deciding whether to approach and comfort you or to give you space. That still, silent stare in those moments is actually one of the most empathetic things your dog can do. They noticed. They cared. They just didn't want to make it worse. Next time you're having a hard day and your dog is just watching you, look back at them. They're not ignoring you. They're with you. Number 4. They're confused and looking to you for guidance. Here's one that catches a lot of owners off guard. Sometimes your dog stares at you not because they want something or feel something, but because they genuinely don't understand what's happening. and they're looking to you for answers. Dogs see us as their leaders. When the situation is new, strange, or uncertain, a loud noise outside, a new person in the house, a change in routine, their instinct is to look at the person they trust most. Your reaction tells them everything. If you're calm, they relax. If you tense up, they do too. This kind of stare often comes with a head tilt and ears forward, both signs of active attention and mild confusion. The right response is simple. Stay calm, use a soft, reassuring tone, and show them through your own body language that everything is okay. You are their emotional compass. When they stare at you in uncertain moments, they're not being anxious. They're trusting you to set the tone. Number 5. They need to go outside. And this is their version of telling you. This one is simple, but it's worth covering because so many owners miss it. Some dogs bark when they need to go out. Some scratch the door. But a lot of dogs, especially well-trained or naturally quiet ones, just stare at you intensely, without moving, until something happens. If your dog is staring at you and then glancing toward the door, toward their leash, or has been inside for a while, this is almost certainly what's going on. The stare in this case is urgent and focused. It doesn't wander. It locks onto you and stays there until you respond. If your dog does this often, consider it a success. They've learned to communicate clearly without causing a scene. That's actually a sign of a well-adjusted, well-bonded dog. Reward the communication. Get up. Take them out. Number 6. They're protecting you and watching for threats. Not all stares are directed at you. Sometimes your dog is staring near you, past you, at the door, at a window, and you happen to be in the frame. This is guarding behavior. And while it can look a little intense, it usually comes from a place of deep loyalty. Your dog considers you part of their pack. And their instinct is to watch over you, especially when you're vulnerable, sleeping, distracted, or unaware of your surroundings. The body language here will be different from a love stare or a request stare. The dog's posture is upright and alert. Their ears are forward. Their focus is outward, not inward. This is usually harmless and even touching. But if the guarding becomes excessive or anxious, where your dog can't relax unless they're watching you, that's something worth discussing with a trainer. For most dogs, though, this is simply them doing their job, keeping watch, making sure you're safe. Number 7. Something is wrong, and they don't know how else to tell you. This is the one I want you to pay the most attention to. Sometimes a stare isn't about love or food or emotions. Sometimes it's your dog's way of saying, "I don't feel right. Something is off. Please help me." Dogs are instinctively wired to hide pain and weakness. In the wild, showing vulnerability invites danger. So when a dog is hurting, they often go quiet and stare. A stare that signals discomfort will usually come with other signs. A stiff or hunched body, panting without heat, lack of interest in food, or a reluctance to move. If your dog is staring at you in a way that feels different, heavier, longer, more desperate than usual, trust your instinct. You know your dog. You know what their normal looks like. And if this stare doesn't match any of the others we've talked about today, it's worth paying close attention. When in doubt, call your vet. Your dog chose you to tell. Don't let them down. 7 reasons. 1 gaze. Your dog can't call you, can't text you, can't tell you in words what they need. But they can look at you. And they do, dozens of times a day. Every stare is a message. And now you know how to read them. If this video helped you understand your dog a little better, share it with someone who has a dog. They'll want to know this too. And if you want to keep learning how to truly understand what your dog is feeling, we upload new videos every week. Hit subscribe so you never miss one. Take care of your dog. They're taking care of you too.